Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's video I'll be reviewing the new Buick Envision Sport Touring, and I think you guys are really going to like the new interior on this. Before we get in this video, I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to the National GMC here in American Fork for giving me some time with this Envision. I'll include a link to their website in the description down below so you can check out what they have currently. I'll also include a link to my car buying guide. Let's get into it. Under the hood, we have a turbocharged 2-liter 4-cylinder that goes through a 9-speed automatic transmission. Power outputs are 228 horsepower and then 258 pound-feet of torque. Now, before we move forward with this review, I do want to mention if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. So starting with the hood, I like the distinctive lines there on either side. Got the new style of Buick logo. And then GM seems to be going for this with a lot of their cars, split light design. Looks really sharp on this, I think. It's kind of a cool animation. See the headlight down below. And then the grille's all blacked out. I got the ST badge, which stands for Sport Touring. But yeah, overall, the new Envision's, it's a good looking car. Now around the side here, our tire wheel setup is 245 by 45 by 20 in the front and over in the rear. And you can see here with the wheels, you got the metallic gray there, and I like the painted fender flare. That looks sharp. Got again an ST badge there. You can see the darker trim here at the bottom as well. And then you got the blacked out trim around the windows. There's a side profile. Now this leads us to the key fob. We have our lock and unlock function. We got the remote start. We got the opening for the hatch. Buick logo there on the back, and we'll pop her open. Now popping into the rear, you guys can see cargo cover built in from the factory. And quite a bit of storage space. Again, this is similar in size to like a Toyota RAV4, for example. And then it does come with a spare, for those of you that are wondering. But yeah, pretty dang practical. When you're all done, they actually give you this nice button here to just lower it right back down. And this leads us to the taillights, which got a cool sequential animation there. Of course, got the rest of the badging here on the back. And again, I think they did a really good job with the design, and now seeing the Sport Touring package, it makes me more of a fan of this new Envision. That's cool. You got keyless entry even for the back. Now this interior is wild, if you ask me. Look at the trim here on the side, kind of like the design, and you can see the coloration. That's why I picked this one. They have a white one as well with a black interior if you want more mundane, I suppose. But yeah, look at this. These seats, it's cool. You don't see colors like this in a lot of cars. Legroom back here is solid. Almost matches my pants are brown, but you can see the difference there with the color a little bit. You've got a little storage pocket there. We've got some vents as well. And then headroom, even though this has a big sunroof, isn't too bad. Now take a look at the front door panel. You can see again with the soft touch here and then the trim down below. This is cool, it goes across. Memory seat function. We've got all of our window controls, front two are automatic. Got your mirror adjustments as well. Blind spot monitoring with the mirrors. And then here's the front seat. Look at the design on this. This is cool. Buick is doing a good job. Did they do cloth? That's funny, they did the cloth trim on the side. Gas cutting. Anyways, power adjustments on the side as well. Pretty fancy pedals. And then you got like your drive mode select here, auto stop, start, lane departure, and then nice purple trim on the dash. And ooh. Now take a look at the steering wheel. You can see soft touch all around. Got contrasted stitching in the center. Paddle shifters there on the back as well as radio controls. A bunch of practical controls in the front, including our cruise control, heated steering wheel function, and kind of like a nice finish with some of the elements. And then you have a turn signal windshield wiper stock, and then this does have a column shifter. And I've got this full digital gauge cluster, which like other GM models, you can kind of change what this shows in the screen, and the camera doesn't want to focus on it whatsoever. But you guys get the point there. And then it's actually a little touchscreen here on the side, so that's for the heads-up display. To adjust it on the one side, again, the camera does not like the coloration on the screen. And then you can see it kind of like transitions here on the other side to the touchscreen. And before we go over the touchscreen, we do have a 360 camera, which always a nice feature to have. And then as for the rest of the screen, it's quick to respond. I think it's pretty easy to use. Got the little controls tab for everything so you can access all of that. So yeah, I think they did a good job, and yeah, we got the light controls here on the screen. It's the future of GM, I suppose. Again, the design here on the dash, really cool looking, and then you can see more of that soft touch down below. Yeah, pretty cool little box. Climate controls here, so dual zone climate. So it looks like. I did forget to mention we do have heated seats with this too. Controls there on the screen. Wireless phone charging pad. They went for piano black trim all over, I suppose. Analog volume control. So no light controls, but you get analog volume control. We've got some cup holders here, and then the center console. And this is very tight feeling on this trim. I like that. I think that's pretty cool. Looks like we just have a regular mirror and then panoramic sunroof. Don't have a window sticker in here, but it stickers for just over $43,000 for this particular one. So let's see how it drives. Visibility in this Envision before set off. So over the hood, both the mirrors. The rest of the rear. It does have a heads-up display. I always forget those half the time in walk-arounds. I will say though, I think I've owned a couple cars with heads-up displays. I thought I was gonna be able to turn around. I forgot it's really tight here, so I'm not gonna be able to. But yeah, I've owned some cars with heads-up displays. Never use it. Never use it. The more that I review cars, and the more cars that I've owned over the years, the more I realize that half of these like techie features, pointless. Don't use them. But it's cool that this has so much at the price point that it's at. I will say it would be nice if this had cooled seats as well. Pretty sure it's just... Oh, it won't let me do anything because I'm in reverse. Once I get out of reverse, we'll see if it'll let me. Pretty sure it's just heated seats. Seats are perforated, so they could easily pop a fan under your butt if they wanted to. Man, this camera system's great. Yeah, GM does a really good job with the camera systems, just the resolution and all that. Let's see. Yeah, it's just heated. It is just heated. It won't go away, but anyways, seats are comfortable. So that's a plus. And I will say, good torque right off the bat. Let's pop it into... That mode button's gloss black, and so right now I can't see it, basically, because of the glare. It's one thing I don't like on some of these new cars is gloss black. It's quick. It's quick enough. Feels better than a lot of the competition, you know, like RAV4 CR-V that some people might be comparing this to. It's quicker, I'd say. And the fact that you can switch between all-wheel drive and two-wheel drive, I think is a big plus. Just adds a lot of utility to it. A little bit of torque steer in two-wheel drive though, because it's front-wheel drive. Yeah, it seems like what GM is doing is they're not necessarily changing the driving dynamics with their new cars so much as they are changing the interior and exterior style. They're kind of focusing more on updating this rather than how this drives, because this doesn't, I don't know, it doesn't feel like it drives too different from what I've driven before with GM product in the past. But it's nice. Drives well. It drives well. So, something's up here with this Envision Sport Touring. It's probably the sweet spot, right? Looks good, has solid features, and you know, it's not crazy expensive, right? It's still pretty reasonably priced, all things considered in today's market. So yeah, I think it's probably the sweet spot. And you know, I know I said it kind of has too many features, and not necessarily like too many, but I mean, a lot of this stuff, I mean, what would I use? The 360 camera, the dual zone climate, the heated seats, a lot of the other stuff in the infotainment system with the UI and everything, I don't know if I'd ever use it, really. So, well, wish me luck in finding a parking space, and let me know what you guys think about the Envision Sport Touring, but I think it's probably the Envision sweet spot.